What's up, guys? Media Mick back again. Second video of the day. This one's going to be on my recent Archie haul. I actually have 3 Archie hauls. This is going to be one main one and then just a few from the second. The first haul is probably the most exciting. It came from a guy who used to pump gas in Fort Lee, which, if you're not familiar with New Jersey, Fort Lee is kind of the last town you hit before you go to the GW Bridge, which gets you into New York. So working at a gas station in Fort Lee, you would definitely meet a lot of, big people big business people going into the city. One of the people this guy met was, he said, and I believe him, there's no reason, he wasn't charging me a premium or anything for these comics. He actually gave me an insane deal for them. Was the owner of Archie, who used to just give him one of those vanilla folders with some comics in it, which kind of matches up with another guy I spoke to, like a long time guy, comic seller, says his friend used to get DCs the same way. They'd hand them in that like vanilla mailer. And he actually had one in the collection still that when I got it. But the other thing about them was they were all like in beautiful condition. So like if you know anything about Archies, most of them were read to death because they were read by kids. They weren't really collected or saved like the superhero books were. So finding these in good condition, very rare. And these were in great condition. So the story, it seems to me, it checks out. There's no reason for him to lie. Like I said, he wasn't asking for a premium for the books or anything. He was actually asking way undervalue for them. Other collection was really just digest. So I know you guys aren't probably interested in that. And then the other one was just some other cool Archie books. Some going back to like the 60s. I'll show you the 4 best first. Actually, it might just be here. It's actually 3 I want to show you. So these were some early, like right around the issue 100. Not in great condition, but for what I paid, which I think was like under $1 a book or something. So, to get these included for like under $1 a book was super exciting. This book, I think can go, around $50, I want to say, something in that ballpark, even in VG condition. This is issue 106. Not really an exciting cover. Like, I like that cover. Just Archie. But this one, this is what I saw. This is what attracted to me in the first place, is because I like the Archie covers. Obviously with Betty and Veronica, and then sometimes they do have like space or horror themed covers, and those are what I'll go after. And this is probably one of the earlier Alien covers. Pretty classic cover. It doesn't go for a ton of them. I mean, $20, something like that, I think, in that ballpark. But, just these 3 books basically paid for, the other ones. Which, of course, they aren't worth a ton, but the Betty and Veronica covers can go for good money. They can go for like, $20, $15. So those will probably end up on the website or claim sales. Or what I'll probably, I gotta figure out. I might do like a whole night or a couple nights of this set, which is the stuff from the owner. So let's jump into that. Put the stack out here. And it's all from like the same, I think it's all from 81 and 82. Which is a hard time to find these in good shape. So B&V 510, nice good girl cover. Not really good girl, but just a nice cover. What I like too is with these up on top here, you always usually get like Betty and Veronica and some like bikinis and stuff, or some fun outfits. Here's a bikini cover. This is 377 Pep. I forget what I paid. I want to say I paid like under $1 a piece for these too. So, like I said, he definitely wasn't trying to use the owner thing as to raise the price. This is Betty and Me 123. I know some guys don't like Archie stuff, but I'm a big fan of it. It really takes me back to my childhood, kind of collecting, even with my sister. Like, we would just have like, Archie spread out on the floor, and we were just reading them and having fun. Always good memories. This Life with Archie cover actually just came up for sale at Heritage, and I bid on it. It's fun. It wasn't super expensive, but it got into the thousands, I believe, and I think I went up to like maybe 1,000. But it would have been fun to own that. Bikini cover. This is a nice bikini cover. This is Dan DeCarlo, number 95. My guess is this probably goes for like, you know, between that 10 to 20 range based on condition. And then this is a real nice bikini cover as well. This is Stan Goldberg. This is A World of Archie 509. That's a nice one. Like I said, all of these are like, I mean, really near mint, a lot of them. They look, oh, yeah, he said they were unread, which I believe him. 316 Jughead. Now, the Jugheads usually don't have any value. They actually are probably worth $1 a piece. Same thing with Little Archie. But Little Archie's actually what I remember reading a lot of as a kid. So it brings me back good memories. 155. Archie's Pals and Gals, 141. Now, I don't know if there's any, I mean, there's not a ton of keys in Archie, but there is, like, you know, First Sabrina, First Cheryl Blossom. You know, I didn't see those. Like, those ones I would know, but smaller stuff I might not know. So if you do see something that you think is a key that I missed, let me know. You know, First Josie and the Pussycats, I would know. This is a great Josie cover. This is 102. And this is near mint. I love it. I mean, there's a small tick up there, but still probably an 8.5. You know, in this condition, it's just so hard to get these. But what I'll try, I'm probably going to do maybe a couple nights claim sale of all this stuff. I don't think I'll do it, but I was actually tempted to like make up little cards for like the set for the owner, like I don't know, like the gas pump series collection or something. We'll see. Maybe I'll do it, so you guys would get that with any one of these purchases. 367 Pep. Jughead 306. Archie's Joke Book 273. I'll try to move pretty fast. 123. 76. 298, the actual Archie series. Yeah, like something like Moose's first appearance, I wouldn't know. Like he's on the cover. This one, 356. You know, I have no idea if that's his first appearance. I doubt it. 88, Everything Archie. This was a fun Sabrina bikini cover, 63. Another bikini joke book. 269 joke book. Jughead Jokes. I think it was 74. Maybe I won't do the full run for you guys because it is kind of the same stuff. But just to show you a few, just to show the condition though is what's kind of crazy. I mean, like, this is actually probably one of the lower ones, and you're still looking at like, you know, a 7.5 because the bottom right here has a little ding. But just a great cover, 153. You get an idea how good, you know, of the stuff that's in here. 366 Laugh. Oh, we got a great Veronica cover coming up. I think this goes for like 15, 20 at least. But like, a lot of times when you see these sell, they're not even in this good a condition, so it's kind of hard to know the value. And this is a DeCarlo cover, 308. 82, the laugh out. Yeah, let's put these away. Yeah, we'll do this will be the last batch. Madhouse Comics. So it's like every title they had, I guess he just kind of gave them a bunch randomly from 1981 to 1982, I believe, is the run. 309. Betty and Veronica, 508. $128, Archie and Me. Amazing how popular Archie was to have all these titles back in the day. I wish there was more Sabrina and Josie's, but this is a Sabrina cover. Jughead. Laugh. Do a few more. Little Archie. I mean, I know they're not very collectible, but I can't imagine there's a lot of high-grade little Archies from the early 80s. I mean, nobody was saving them, and they were just, getting read by little kids. And they were on the floor like how, me and my sister did it. This is a pretty good one, I would think. This is like a girl sleepover. I think it's got Cherry Blossom, Cheryl Blossom, Veronica, Betty, Jughead's girl. Jughead jokes. Laugh out. I'll take a quick look here. If I see anything nice, show you real quick. Otherwise, we'll probably that'll do it. But all high quality, like real nice. Well, there were a couple of duplicates, so like, I did get 2 of those. But what was funny is the ones that there was duplicates, like the duplicate ones were actually lower grade. So they actually looked like they were kind of folded. Oh, this I liked. Madhouse Comics 120. So of course it's got like the aliens, which I always like. That was cool. Joke book. But oh, there was one Wilkins boy. Oh, this was pretty. Yeah, so that's it. Real fun stuff. Nothing super crazy valuable, but just all high-grade Archies from the early 80s. Pretty hard to get, and especially you got the bikini cover. So, like I said, I'll probably do a claim sale in a week or two. That I'll do like all of these. We'll probably take a couple claim sales to do them all. But that's it. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you later.